I'm Jocelyn Bamford, and I'm here with economist Dr. Jack Mintz. Dr. Mintz, my favorite part of my program is when I talk to my guests and I ask them, if you were the prime minister or one of the premiers, what policies you would put in to help grow and maintain businesses in Canada. So I'm going to put you on the hot seat, and I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Well, I think there are two things. Number one, as I mentioned earlier, I would do a major corporate tax reform. In fact, look at maybe taking another approach. In fact, I'll have a paper out on that soon. But I think the second thing is deregulation. I mean, it's hard to get things built in this country. And it's well known. You try to get a condo built in Toronto, try to get a windmill put in, whatever infrastructure we're talking about, we have to do far better than we're doing right now. And I think that's going to be a real challenge. And I think that governments need to start paying a lot more attention to getting both public and private investment capital going in this country.
Absolutely. And manufacturing is a cornerstone and one of our largest GDP contributors in Canada. What's your prediction for manufacturing in 2022?
Well, I'm hoping manufacturing will do better than what we've seen. I'm very concerned about the lack of investment in manufacturing. And in fact, it hasn't really had the kind of recovery that we need to have. We need to have new technologies being adopted. We have the need for new innovation to take place. I think many entrepreneurs are willing to do that. But what I am worried is about the amount of capital that's leaving Canada rather than coming into Canada. So Canadians are being entrepreneurial and they are getting things done, but they're doing it in other countries. And I think we better start worrying a little bit more about trying to attract much more capital investment coming into Canada, whether it's foreign direct investment or just Canadians keeping money at home and investing in production that would actually create a lot of jobs for Canadians.
Yeah, and we're in the manufacturing sector. We're definitely seeing businesses that could grow here for all of the reasons that you talked about, deciding that they're going to open up another plant in the United States or somewhere where they have less onerous regulations in other jurisdictions. Now, you touched upon direct foreign investment fleeing Canada, and we're seeing a ton of that, whether it's personal investments or corporate investments. What are your thoughts on this, and how can we turn the tide?
Well, I think we just need governments to say that they are going to go try to build business. I mean, what we've had even before the pandemic, we already had a very poor investment record. And even if you take away oil and gas, as we talked about earlier, it was not that great in manufacturing, retail trade. In fact, the only one that was really going well was professional services and warehousing, for Amazon. But generally, we could do far better than what we're doing across all the sectors. And that we need business-friendly policies by governments that put an emphasis on trying to attract private investment. And that actually has been missing from the federal economic agenda to a large degree.
So give me two things that you would do to attract investment in Canada. You talked a little bit about making it easier to build, not having the regulation. Is there anything else that you would do to attract more foreign investment here?
Well, I think, part of it is on the regulatory side, I would do a number of the provinces are doing, and I think it should be done at the federal level, which is say, all right, let's go through all our regulations, get rid of the poor ones, and let's say that every time we're going to introduce a new regulation, we're going to get rid of one or two other ones. It's not necessarily the best science that I've ever seen in terms of deregulation, but it does put some onus on governments to try to deregulate, and it has been successful in a number of jurisdictions that have actually put emphasis in that way. And then on the tax side, I think we really need to bring down our personal income tax rates and undertake corporate tax reform that I think would really spur investment.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much, Dr. Mintz. I appreciated having you.
My pleasure. Thank you.